Hello! Oh my god, hi to the best guy I know. Hello, Oak. Hi, Satori. Hi, Penguin. Hi, Cracked. Hello, Cracked. How are you, Cracked? Chayo, how you doing? Dream, how are you? Professor Flo, what's up, dude? Thank goodness I was looking at how no one I follow is online, then you did the Discord ping. I had a weird feeling that I should stream at 2 today. And I was like, you know what? We never do like a 2 p.m. type thing, so why not? I don't think I've ever. My batch 18 Neo 60 CU just came in. Guess we're building together? Please, I need people to build with. Lend me your spirit energy. Actually, funny enough, I'm actually writing an article. I feel good today. I feel like refreshed. I feel like I did sleep an extra like 40 minutes today, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it refreshed my my mental. I've been writing today. I have photos I'm going to get done today. I have like a YouTube thing I'm going to be doing. We're doing streaming. Overall, I'd say pretty solid day. Although, I picked some switches for today's build, but I don't want the colors to go together. Like, I feel like they'll clash. They're bright blue switches, and this is a green keyboard, so we'll talk about that later. DBZ Kai article about spirit bombs? Bro, that's funny you mentioned that. I'm literally watching DBZ Kai right now. And I'm on the part where there's Goku and Vegeta are talking about the spirit bomb type thing. So that's funny. That's funny you said that, bro. I watched your VOD yesterday and it saved my stream from the one I missed at 3 a.m. I mean, like it saved the time. Also, have you tried the wing tree switches? That's so funny you mentioned that. I was literally going to use wing tree switches today. Well, actually, no, I don't think I'm using wing tree today. Where did I put that little jar of wing tree switches? They're the blue ones, but I don't know if they're wing tree. But I have tried wing tree stuff and they're really good. Dude, okay, wait, pause. I played a match, I played 3 matches of Arc Raiders last night. First of all, I got destroyed. The first 2 matches, utterly destroyed. But the third match, when I started understanding what to do, I ended up... Bro, I slaughtered 3 guys, all right? They were all playing together. I was playing solo. Slaughtered them. One guy took it nice, bro. He's like, oh, GG's, man. Like, what gun is that? And I didn't know what the keybind was, so I was trying to speak to him. I don't even know if my headset was working. But the other 2 guys were cursing and swearing at me, telling me that I was like the worst human being on this face of the planet because I killed them. Bro, I honestly got good vibes from that. I got good vibes because I'm like, I did something right, okay? I don't have a skill issue. I don't like some of the aspects of the game already in the 3 matches I played, but I really enjoyed it. Are we using Greg today if we get 50 subs? Or 100, no, not 150, that's too many. Hello, sir. How you doing, Shad? How you doing? I'm addicted to Ark, playing on my lunch break right now. I'll probably play like late tonight just because I have so much work I need to get done today, but it seems like a really fun game. 100 subs, you say? If we somehow rack up 100 subs today, I will give away a keyboard of some sort. I said it goes up every 10 every time someone mentions it. That's funny. I don't think you need to do anything with wing tree switches, just as an FYI. So, you can now save your watch streak by watching a VOD while you're offline. Oh shit, really? Wait, that's actually insane. That's really, I mean, yeah, that actually helps a lot of people. Damn, that's cool. Well, let me go find where I put those switches. These ones. I don't think these are wing tree though. They were in the wing tree box that I got, but... Oh no, they are wing tree switches. I was thinking these today. Because I slightly went over them with just a little bit more lube. Just because some of them felt a little bit drier than the other ones. But I actually don't remember what these ones here are called. Stop being a party pooper. This insty guy. Actually, let me go find out what these are called. Wing tree switches. I was thinking about using these today. Oh, these are the oh, actually, are these? No, these are good ones. Wing tree. Let's see what these ones here are called. These are the unilinears. So these are a 40. I think these are 45. Yeah, these are nice. These are quite nice. And then they even offer them hand lubed with 24mm single stage springs. I don't know if these were the hand lubed ones. I don't think so. But they're quite loud. Thank you very much, Tiramisu. Appreciate you, appreciate you. 45 is my sweet spot. Yeah, oh, dude, I'm so sad because I ordered a whole bunch of 45 gram springs and they got canceled because they ran out of stock. I need to source some 45s. I want to go lighter. I feel like 50 is good, but I want to go lighter than 45 now. Or, sorry, lighter than 50. So 45 seems like what I want to do. This ain't Helldivers. Guys, I was never really that into Helldivers. I only played because some friends did, but I felt like Helldivers was like a arcade game I played in the background while talking to people. I wasn't a Helldivers fan. Arc Raiders I can see myself getting into. I feel like that might be my new addiction for video games. I feel like I can get into this. I like the world of it too. I am getting pissed off though because every time I look in the corner of my screen, I see one of those tumbleweeds and I think it's a player. So I've been very jumpy the first few matches I played. I keep shooting at the fucking tumbleweeds. Do you think that Geon Springs are okay? I haven't had any problems with them, to be honest. I think Geon Springs are fantastic. I will say though, I love the Geon stuff, but I do think that the Sprit Springs that I use, or the TX ones, for some reason feel better to me. Even if they're the exact same thing, I just feel like they're better springs. So, Mr. A, click the YouTube link, not the Twitch. Hey, it's there if people want to use it. Hey man, thank you very much for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Geon Springs are goated. They're good. I still have tons. I use them all the time. Gonna treat myself to buy the game after I finish my uni work tomorrow. It's fun. I think there's a learning curve, so don't be like discouraged if you play it and then you need like a few minutes to figure things out. Dude, Wuche Springs are fucking fire. Actually, I should look at Wuche Springs today. If enough people are interested, would you consider starting a Discord channel for people who want to queue together? Of course. So nice.
I use the new 19mm 62.5 grams Geon pingless springs. I bought like 10. They're sick and don't need to lube anymore, at least personally for me.
Those.
Also, D's nuts bro.
Let me see how much those springs are. I definitely need to pick up a few more variety of springs because I really only have 60 gram springs left to use for my personal stuff. Damn it, I should have ordered some of these. Fuck. It's okay, I can still order some. I might have to place an order for a whole bunch. Damn, bro is killing me. BRO. But yeah, we're gonna be building a Beetle60 today. What type of Sprit Springs do you use? Here, I'll show you. Let me switch screens here. Okay, I typically just use like these ones. Like I said, I really only got 60s left. But the Extreme 2 slows, like these have been my favorites. I had a whole bunch of 55s, but I'm pretty sure I'm out. Yeah, okay, here's one pack of 55s. Yeah, but these are pretty much like what I use. I like Extreme 3s, but I ran out of those. And then honestly, I don't have any more. As you can see, the box is pretty empty. These are 100% my favorite spring of all time. These right here, this particular spring, triple stage, 53 gram. Love these things, and oddly enough, Wuche makes them. I know sometimes people, when they hear Wuche, they think like cheap or whatever, but these are, focus. These are by far my favorite. I just like the way they feel. Whenever I put them in anything, like I just feel like my Switch has the weight that I like with the snappiness that I like. So I just love them. Yeah, these come in a little box. Love these things. I should really just pick up more of those. At 8.7k points at the beginning of the stream, soon a compliment will be mine. Let's go, dude. TX is good too. I don't have to buy TX as much because I bought so many Sprits and Wuche springs. Actually, these were pretty good back in the day too. This is a weird 110 gram bag. Or was it the 110? No, these are 673. These I bought for another reason, but these were pretty good too, but equal springs are so hard to find. So I just kind of gave up with those. But yeah, shall we put together a keyboard, guys? Hey Alex, why do you think they don't rerun the unicorn more? It's to keep the hype up? I have no clue, to be honest with you. Like, Mochi, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. Like, why they don't run more of certain things. Ultimately, like, it's not a... I feel like it's fine for whatever they want to do. Like, I don't think it's, like, on purpose mischievous or anything like that. But, yeah, I will agree with Insty on this. Like, Elaine is also a very, very, like... Scaling-wise, I don't think she wants to grow, like, into a big business where they're pumping out hundreds of keyboards per month. But at the end of the day, like, it's up to them what they want to do. Like, just because there's demand doesn't mean they have to make it. It'd probably be, like, you know, money in their pocket if they did, but they don't have to make anything. But I think it's also, like, you know, part of the appeal of certain things is, like, things get made once, or I don't think it's always about hype. It could just be, like, someone wants to move on from a design, you know? But yeah, there could be a billion different reasons. Nikita, how you doing? How you doing? What's my favorite GMK set? Bro, Olive has been growing on me. This has been, like, one of my favorite sets recently. Olive has been, like, my go-to. A fave HMX switch? I like those retro HMX ones. I forget all the names for them, but those were really good. I really enjoyed those. All right. We're going to look at the Beetle60, which is a very cute design. It actually reminds me a bit of, I don't want to say like an older board, but it kind of has that like start of the hobby charm, which I can't really put into words properly, but it's really cute. It's a Win keyless board. It has dyed polycarbonate tops. Oh, F. What's F? Huh? I don't know. The stream's working for me. What are you guys talking about? I want to be part of this. Your stream is fine? Someone lost a keycap, you're fine? Oh, I can't find the I key. Can I get an F in chat? Oh. Dude, whenever I see someone say F, I assume my stream died. That's on me, bro. That's trauma. That's on me. Hey, is that a freaking clock? Yes, sir, it is. You like that? Look at this, Jeff. Look at it. It's an actual working clock, too. Actually, I need to set the time for it properly. Ooh, look at this. Damn, this is actually a really nice color. Look at this. I just finished my first custom keyboard. I'm so fucking satisfied. Let's go, dude. Dude, I love keyboards for that reason. Look how pretty this is. Wait, does it actually work? Yeah. I need to set the time because I forgot there was a stupid time thingy here. But it actually works. You can see it move during the stream. I think it's totally set to 310 basically, or 311. But yeah, it actually works. It's like sea glass? It is, yeah. Twin Blade, what's up, bro? Thoughts on the Rama Zenith? Which one's the Zenith again? Oh man, I can never remember. Zenith keyboard. Oh, I have this. I just have yet to build it because mine came in poo-poo color. It's nice. I loved it when it was out. Rama didn't design this, by the way. This is just ran by Rama, which is probably why I actually really like it, but it's a nice board. Zenith? I'm not sure. Kind of weird question here, but do you have a recommendation for a nice clacky Neo 80 CU build? Ooh. Okay, I think you should go with long pull switches, and specifically the ones that I'm using in this. Hold on. What are these called again? These are like... Oh no. The Bumblebee linears. I think these are Bumblebee linears. I really like these. They're nice and clacky. Or try those, they're on a few different websites. I think they're called like Doggo switches or something like that. Where do I get that? This is from Sneakbox. It's a functioning watch that has like a 4-year battery inside. It's pretty cool. All right, look at this thing. Look how pretty this is. This is very, very cute. I do like it. I do like it a lot. Hold on, where did my webpage go for this? Guys, my nose has been stuffed all morning. I'm not 100% sure why, but I think I'm allergies or something. Obscures will be very clacky too. They're a bit deeper too. Just purchased the XT33 with the 13 to 33 millimeter lens. I have not seen that lens. I think the XT30 is really nice. I got another story for you guys regarding like camera stuff versus computer stuff, but that might have been something I was going to pick up recently because this Fuji camera, my girlfriend's been using more often, and I still want to shoot Fuji outside. So I was considering doing something where I get another Fuji camera, basically. Because I have a bunch of lenses, I just don't have a Fuji camera that works. I did, you toy, I did. All right, let me go read this for you guys here. So, it is a dyed polycarbonate top for the Beetle60, color matched aluminum bottom, and then an engraved brass weight. It is a super cute brass weight. And this was designed by Bub and Holly. So, this is a very cute color. They have a lot of cute colors for this. I actually think this is one of the more fun designs that I've seen, featuring some polycarbonate. I love dyed polycarb. It looks so cute, dude. Like, it just looks like edible almost as well. This is very sea glass like in person too. I got to see all of these at the meetup. So this is really cool. And again, I just want to also stress that this is run by Novel Keys, and I do work for Novel Keys. I'm still going to be as objective as possible, but just in case you guys want to, take this as a showcase rather than anything. A saline wash for my nose. I tried that once, but I didn't like it. The cutest of colors. Dude, look how cute this thing is, man. I'm telling you, it is a gorgeous keyboard. It's very like, it has a nice weight to it as well. Look at this. Look how cute this thing is. Such a cute weight. I do like the visible screws here on the back. I think that adds some niceness here. It is kind of a box on wedge design, so nothing too crazy, but the polycarbonate gives it some dimension here, which is nice. This is coated, I believe, on the bottom, and it feels really nice too. But it is a very, very nice polycarbonate. Sometimes with dyed polycarbs or polycarbs in general, they're scratchy looking or like not smooth. This is really good quality. Any chance you talked to some guy from Noto at the Novel Keys meetup? Yeah, I talked to the Noto guys. But we'll download it before my flight. Bye, Eamon. Have a safe flight. Take care, take care. Favorite fast food place? I tried Shake Shack for the first time. That was pretty good. I don't know what my favorite fast food place is. It's probably a Canadian chain called Harvey's. Half plate is going to be super, super fun in this, by the way. Super excited to build this. And cost-wise, if you're going to go with solder, which I probably recommend, honestly, you're looking at about $380. So, how'd you like Happy Burger? Not Hardee's, Harvey's, like spelled with a V. Harvey's. Beautiful color, I agree. That's what I'm saying, like, I don't know if I want to use these switches. I feel like maybe this is the wrong colorway for this. But like, do I just use cherry?
Do you know when you're building the Synovia? Any preemptive thoughts on it by chance?
It's pretty looking. The internals are done by Bowl, but I don't know anything past that. Just because I'd want to like wait to see it in person. I did sort of see it at the meetup, the Synovia. And then here is our PCB. This is by Yonkar. It is a solid PCB. Yonkar makes good stuff for that. I would have liked to maybe see some ISO support on this, but it is what it is. It's fine. I know ISO support is, I feel like it's always been a mixed bag with support, mainly because you need to alter the plate in that case, and it might not be completely possible for this, but my honest recommendation here would be probably to just get the solder version. You can probably get away with the hot swap version on the half plate. It's going to be dependent on what switches you end up using. So it's going to be very dependent on that. Do I have any peachy colored switches? You know, I didn't even think that through. I was just like, I have long pole switches. I do have some cherry switches ready to go, and do I have enough of these? If we wanted to use milky yellows, I might be able to, because these would go really cute together, but I don't know if I have enough made. Let me count. 5, because I'm not done doing these. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, no I don't. 40, 45, 50, no, I don't. Alright, where's some cherry switches? Use the unis? Okay, I'll let you guys vote. Wing tree unis or just some cherry switches? I don't know, I'm down for either or. I think both of them will be really fun, so actually let me see how these. Here, we'll do a poll. Actually, yeah, we'll do a poll. /poll switches. It would be cool to try out a new switch. I'm not trying to sway the poll, but it would be cool just because I haven't done a new switch when it feels like in like 2 or 3 weeks. Oh no, I have done, but it just would be cool. I don't know. What's up, Canty? How you doing, man? Use some stock granites. I also have granites. I have a shit ton of granites. I do have quite the amount. Why is the aluminum plate your favorite? I just personally think aluminum is. Hold on one second. I think aluminum is very, very, very middle ground when it comes to sound. It's not super harsh, nor is it super soft. It just works for the majority of switches out there, whether it be tactile, linear, anything. There probably is, you know, like some instances where it's not as like middle ground, but I really feel like it's the perfect in between for people who just don't know where to start. I think at one point maybe FR4 was considered that, but I don't think FR4 is as nice as it used to be when it comes to like plate materials. I just prefer like an alu plate. Actually, let's open this thing up. Really pretty though. I love this too on the front, by the way. I love how it kind of, the mint kind of comes up on the front lip. Very, very pretty. So again, I wouldn't say this is like super complex in terms of design and stuff, but I do appreciate dyed polycarbonate tops. Those are always super fun. Always a little bit more of a premium for polycarbonate. If you guys don't know this, by the way, polycarbonate, it's not much more, but depends. Good polycarbonate CNC and polycarbonate cases actually cost a little bit more than aluminum, believe it or not. It's actually why we didn't run polycarb for the Mantop. We ended up going acrylic. Polycarbonate has a higher cost just because there's a higher failure rate because it's plastic and you're CNCing it like that. So color's so good. It's such a nice color, dude. Look at this thing. You know, at first I was kind of hoping I get to see the beige one, but after seeing this in person, I think this might be my favorite color out of all of them. This would be cool for Metropolis as well. Nice to see new boards with MX plus Alps capability. Of course. We don't always get to see that, but actually good call out there too. This does have Alps capability in case you guys are wondering. That's what the secondary holes are for. Gorp would look good on this. I don't have any like nice pastel sets. I do want to use GMK for this, just for the record, but I've been doing a lot of miniature painting recently and trying to figure out how to get good photos of my work. Do you have any camera suggestions? It's not, okay, ooh, good question. It's not about the camera. It's about the lighting. What I would recommend, if you already have a decent camera, any camera really, get a good light, fix your camera, overhead or whatever you want to do, and then take photos like that. I think in terms of lenses though, I would get a longer lens. That way there you don't have any warping or like distortion from your lens, but it's really going to be light dependent for taking photos like that. Do you need a custom PCB for Alps? You need different pin placements for Alps, but no, it's the same plate. Yeah, thanks for being here midday, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting to do a midday stream during the week for some time now. I feel like I have way more energy during the day. So this is nice for me. Also, I learned yesterday, I was talking to Oak. Do you guys know Twitch doesn't count? Like, and I looked it up, and apparently it's like verified. Twitch doesn't count lurkers for viewers anymore. Like, you have to participate after a certain amount of time. I think they changed it about a month ago. I was wondering, I'm like, dude, I feel like our chat's moving the same. But yeah, they don't count it. It's kind of strange. That's rough. That's crazy. Yeah. Define participate, just chatting, basically. You have to, like, open up chat and put something, so. They did that to combat channels that bought their viewers. Yeah. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, man. I'm a serial lurker. I lurk, too. That's what's crazy. Like, I lurk a lot during streams, so. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys chatting. P.S. Love you, Alex. Love you, Ethan. What do you think of the Riva V2? Or R2? Is that from, oh god, who designed the Riva again? I know the board. I just don't remember the designer's name. I'm late again. Hi, way too lucky. Also, thank you, Bushido. Thank you, dude. Uni, it is. Love this color. Yeah, this is a really fun color. Oh, did I fire a screw? Okay, gonna slowly, so I don't ruin anything here. What's going on? Why aren't you coming out? Oh, there we go. Alex, give us a reminder. Give us a reminder to chat. We love your streams. Thanks, guys. Hope this counts as a view. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You don't have to. I was just saying it's kind of funny. Me and Oak were chatting about Twitch stuff, and I didn't know that was a thing until yesterday. This is a LED for the caps lock, which, by the way, funny that you mentioned that as well. Also kind of a rarity to find in soldered boards. Sometimes they make you just solder your own LED into these. But yeah, it is something there that's pre-installed on the solderable version. There we go. Here's our daughter board over here. Although, I think maybe Mike forgot to send us some screws for this bad boy. For the daughter board. But rest assured I have plenty of screws. Did he put some in here? No, he might have forgotten. Did you ever try the Bion Larva 60? No, actually I have not. Yes, universal daughter board. Hella good. We like that. We like unified daughter boards. Ooh, a cable channel that actually works as well. Okay, let me just get some screws for this. I have plenty of screws. You can use stab screws if you guys ever like are in a pinch for this kind of stuff. Stab screws work fine. I got a Bauer Light a couple of days ago. Tangerine plus Atomic. Yo, Tangerine's sick for the Bauer Light. Just to piss everyone off around me, I put Type R's in them. Hey, man. That's valid, though. That's super valid. No hate to you. I would love being around that. I'm not a big on LEDs anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Yeah, some people don't really care for LEDs. I love the plate matching the case, by the way. I appreciate the hell out of that. What bit is this? Type R's are good, man. Rail bottom out? Like what's good out there right now? I feel like every switch that's been coming out has been pretty valid. I feel like there's been a lot of good switches. I don't think there's been bad ones. To be clear, instead of advertising holding Twitch accountable for all the bots on their site, it's the streamer's fault. Yeah, like look, you guys started chatting and now we shot up like 40 viewers. It's so stupid because like, I know for a fact people have told me they just keep me on in the background. Because like, we're just kind of a chill stream. We don't really do anything that you need to like keep your attention on the screen at all times. So it's sucky that like they decided that that's going to be the way that they handle the botting situation. So punishes. It's stupid. It's honestly dumb. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the kind words. Lewis, thank you very much. The Test 65, good board by the way. Excellent board. We need to be more parasocial? I guess so. Okay, plate design wise, I love this. This is your, I would say this is kind of your standard leaf spring, but it's tried and true, man. So basically, when you put this plate on, the gaskets will sit more along the bottom over here and allow this part of the board to flex. So this ends up being really nice, and it doesn't usually matter that there's a gasket underneath over here. Usually I kind of criticize stuff like that, but this should be fine. It's very much like the Kohaku. You probably still, in the end of the day, could take out this gasket if you feel like you want a little bit less stiffness for your spacebar, but this should still be fine in terms of sound. It's not always a rule of thumb that something needs to be removed underneath the spacebar. It depends on implementation, and this implementation's pretty classic. On the board itself, we don't have any force breaks or anything like that. We do have some pour-on gaskets, which I really appreciate because honestly, pour-on does have a bit of a different sound than silicone. And we have some alignment pins over here. I would have liked to see maybe some like pre-done force break, but I guess it doesn't matter since this is a polycarbonate top. So it should be completely fine. On the top of the case, we have the same thing with some pour-on gaskets, and that's really it. If you guys are wondering, it doesn't look like we have any threaded inserts. I don't know if it's possible with this. I would have loved to see threaded inserts on this. It may take away a little bit from the look. You might just see like silver, or I guess I don't know if they make them in other colors. But I would like to see that, and that's still something I'm going to ask for. Again, I don't know if it's possible though. Sometimes, and I've learned this through many keyboards, sometimes with polycarb, it's not always possible. But helix inserts, or I guess as we call them, threaded inserts, are not crazy expensive to add. They're like a few cents. So I do think that it should be added for a lot of different reasons. But that's my usual criticism there. So they're hard to do. They're hard to implement if it's thinner on the edges. Like this might be a bit too thin right here. So it might not work on this particular one, but it's still good to consider when you're building your board. People can still break them. I saw a crack on the Crush 65 case recently. Yeah, it's still, just to like put it into clarity, guys, threaded inserts prevent stripping of the polycarbonate. It won't prevent people over tightening things and breaking the polycarbonate entirely. It's really just to prevent people from accidentally threading in something wrong. To help with anyone maybe building any keyboard without threaded inserts that are like metal, like helix inserts, my suggestion is when you go to screw in something, when you go to screw in this, when you go to put this in, rotate it like you're loosening it until it kind of drops into place, and then just screw it in until you feel a bit of pressure. I've built plenty of boards and have plenty of boards without threaded inserts, and I've never stripped one like that. Yes, always spin back until it clicks. Yes, that's basically what I'm saying. But again, it's just like a safety net reason of why I usually recommend putting them in. It's not a make or break thing. Again, there's been plenty of boards. I still advocate for them though, just so we're clear. It doesn't take away from what I'm saying, but there are reasons why you wouldn't have them. What color did I get for the winter? Oh, I don't know what they sent me. I have no clue. I haven't even got the packaging yet, I don't think. Is there a limit amount of times you can screw and unscrew without inserts? No, there shouldn't be a limit if you're doing it properly. But yeah, with anything, it'll wear out. Let me get some stabs.
Moose. See Alex live. Give Alex bits.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the 1400 bits, bro. Using impact driver? Did I read that correctly? Are you guys fucking for real right now? Who said that? Who said use an impact driver, bro? Ugh. Speaking of upcoming keyboards, I'm still excited to get my Keycap number 1 1800. Dude, yes. Actually, I was gonna put mine together because I needed to use a big keyboard yesterday, and I was gonna put the keycaps back on it, but hell yeah, bro. Sparkles, I didn't see that. Dude, I'm happy you got the board. Are you enjoying typing on it? You got the seal, right? Dude, I'm so happy. A bunch of people are getting their giveaway stuff like this week after sometimes it was sitting in there for like a month. But you being on stream is unique enough. Thank you, Asterisk. Hello from Thailand. How you doing, Chan? I saw the... Is it pronounced mini-me? I'm assuming, right? I saw that. It looked nice. Is the C9 tomorrow EC? No. I think it's just the other PCB I have. Was it supposed to be EC? I don't think I have an EC one. Oh, watched the Artifact VOD yesterday. Did you end up giving it away? No. I still have... Oh, wait, Artifact. I think I still have a brand new one in a box somewhere. We should give that away soon. That would be really fun to do a giveaway for. It's not the best keyboard in the world, but it's cool. You got 13 Cloud9s? Wait, who got 13 Cloud9s? Someone got 13 Cloud9s? Oh, and it? I wouldn't believe a word that guy says. That guy there legitimately talks nonsense all the time. Zippered hoodie with your logo embroidered? Alright, I can look into that. Can you send me a DM and I can look into it? I will be doing a merch update soon anyways. FYI, guys. Do you guys want split backspace or can I do regular today? Answer wisely, everybody. Answer wisely because I'm only gonna lube according to what you guys want. Damn. This is a very biased chat. Damn. Is that mod abuse? Full easy clap. Damn, I don't know. Honestly, besides Insty, I think it's split. Let me do a poll. Back space. Oh fuck. Whatever. You guys are dealing with the typo. Full or split. Just deal with the typo. Pull it. I'm pulling it. Polls in chat for Twitch. Split the proper way? But it's not really an HHKB though. Like it's just a regular schmegular keyboard. It's Win keyless too, remember that. It is Win keyless. 7U backspace, I'm dead. Who said 7U backspace? I could never. Split or I will find you? Excuse me? Oh. Good news. Well, just news, I guess. It's not really good or bad. So, I thought this would be a fun conversation because it's computer related. I was running the M1 Max, the base version of it, for a long time, for the Mac Studio. It is an dude, I have to admit, Apple makes some seriously good computers. I know there's probably going to be some people who maybe disagree, but their chips are fucking crazy. I cannot stress that enough of how good I think their chips are. Hard disagree. I have used plenty of computers. I have a brand new PC rig. They make really good CPUs. Their chips are crazy, bro. I don't agree with some of the other parts in there, but they're really good. Like they're power efficient. They keep cool. It's crazy good. Apple laptops are better than the Windows. So I've been using an M1 Max for a long time, since it came out. It is so good. In fact, my laptop is an M1 Max as well, and I have no need to upgrade. I really didn't need to upgrade either one. However, since I switched to shooting medium format, and I sometimes leave 4 or 5 different images up that end up being a few gigabytes after editing each, I was noticing that I was running into some RAM issues, and this is kind of where I disagree with Apple, where RAM is always kind of a pain in the ass to do. Coffee now, such a vibe. Thank you, SoCaz. So, long story short, I upgraded computers just because I felt like, you know what, I want to not feel like I'm being slowed down. And I've used the base level Mac for almost 3 and a bit years. So I upgraded, and I got in my M4 Max. It's the second lowest one that I got. Not the lowest one, but the second lowest, just because I had like a little discount thing. Dude, this thing is like, I read some reviews saying that there wasn't going to be much of a difference. There's some big differences. It is crazy how much better this one here is versus the M1. I didn't think the M1 can get any better. Again, these Apple chips are fucking crazy, bro. The power efficiency itself can convince me to switch. That's what I'm saying. Like, these things are dead quiet, first of all. But it is crazy. Like, I feel like I don't even think I need to upgrade my MacBook. Like, the M1's fine for that, for everything that I do. It is so snappy. Everything's really fast. But, dude, I have to give it to Apple, man. Hats off to them. Like, their shit's pretty fucking fire, bro. Here's the fun part, though. Here's the cool part that I wanted to tell you guys. I actually tried a little bit of gaming on this particular, this M4 Max. Insane. Actually pretty crazy, dude. The M1, I struggled to run some video games at like 30 frames. But there are a bunch of games now. Mind you, I can really only take advantage of 60 frames per second right now. I'm impressed, bro. I played a few different games yesterday. And then even just running like some of the more basic things where I was struggling to get 60, like they're out of the water. It's crazy now. Like I even booted up Minecraft to see how Minecraft would work with shaders, because that was not possible to run on the M1. It's wild. I have to say I am like crazy impressed with the M4. So, dude, say what you guys want. I think a lot of people are kind of on either side of the fence here. Like, I do think Apple needs to work on maybe their RAM, and dude, I would love for them to just allow us to install different solid states. Like, paying for the Apple solid states is highway robbery. But their chips, bro, are crazy good. Crazy good, dude. Does the Beetle base protrude a little bit on the front? This guy over here, you mean? I think it's pretty flush. I'll take a look when we assemble it again. The base storage should be at 512 gigabytes. Isn't the base storage 512? I thought that was the new thing for the Mac Studio. Or are you talking about the laptops? I don't know about the laptops. I think I have a 256 gig for the laptop. I do agree. The laptops are another thing with the fucking storage. I agree with that. Where's my 70 wires there? Can we have an ETA for the granite switches for us in the EU? Oh, you'd have to ask Mike. I don't have a good answer for that, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. Is trail mix cereal? Bro, like I know what you guys are getting at right now, and you guys are making fun of me because I know you guys are like teasing me right now because like I think. No, trail mix is not cereal, but you can have granola as cereal. Cereal is interchangeable with granola for me. I'm sorry. But no, trail mix, it wouldn't be that great with milk, I don't think. But you probably could make it work. Honestly, you probably could. It's a serious question. There was an Amazon post for Switch containers in the picture that had trail mix marked as cereal. You probably could. Honestly, you probably could. Bro thinks Mario Kart is F1. What's the difference, dude? What's the difference? At the end of the day, there's an Italian guy racing, okay? Whether it be Ferrari or Mario. I'm just saying, it's the same thing. Granola and yogurt. Wow, no shot. Two based? It's the same fucking thing, dude. And they're both red, so like, make that make sense. The only Italian F1 at the moment that drives for Mercedes. Well, okay, I meant the Italian company being Ferrari. But I get what you're saying, KBK. I don't really watch F1 that much. Do you like grape nuts? The grape nuts are good. Aren't they, like, rather calorie dense, though, from what I understand? What was I doing? Oh, yeah, a keyboard. I wouldn't say Ferrari does much racing lately either. I know what you're getting at because I watched some of the headlines, but... that's crazy. Let me get my brush. Are you Italian? Does that mean you're interchangeable with F1 drivers in Mario 2? Yep, I am. I am very interchangeable with that. Some could say. Alex, have you tried any KeyGeek or HMX recently that I can confidently recommend? Dude, Cheese V2, the B1, and I think, are they called M1s? I don't know. There's so many different numbers now for the KeyGeek switches. Then there's also, dude, okay, you know what? Let me go tell you guys which ones I recommend. Let me go tell Keybay Tech. They have a whole bunch that I like at Keybay Tech. By the way, little plug for Keybay Tech here. They got a physical store now in Toronto. If you guys actually want to go try out your shit before you go buy it, they have like a whole bunch of switches in a jar. It is the coolest thing ever. And you can just try things in the store. It is so cool. It makes me want to open up a store. Blue Cheese are really good, but I think they're sold out now. God damn. Well, the Orange Boys were really good. Those are sold out too. I actually really like Orange Boy switches. If you can find them somewhere else, get those. Those are really, really nice. HMX bleeds, yay. Forget racing, Ferrari doesn't do shit. Hey. I can't wait for the Keybay W80. Oh, yeah, I was told about that. That's going to be a fun one, too. Speaking of which, I was talking with a friend last night, and somehow we got on the conversation of going to an arcade. And somehow that led into the conversation of buying a pinball machine. Did you guys know pinball machines are $8,000 for like a regular schmegular pinball machine? We looked it up. I didn't know they were actually that much. I thought they're crazy complex. Yeah, so I go down rabbit holes, and one of the rabbit holes I went down last night was pinball machines after me and him spoke. And I was reading up, like, and I was looking at all the wiring. Holy shit, they're complex. Also, $8,000 for a pinball machine is wild. But I guess, yeah, you could make money off them, I suppose. But crazy, bro. I low-key, like, I love pinball. It's so cool. I had no clue the machines were $8,000. I thought they were like $1,000. So the problem is electronic ones are very expensive for parts. The mechanical ones are very complex and nearly one-for-one parts. Yeah. That's why they're spendy? Yeah. I used to be a gameplay programmer for a game called Pinball Arcade where we emulated real tables. So we got new tables every month or so. Really fun job. Wait, Scumble, that sounds fucking sick. Whoa. Wait, I think I've heard of Pinball Arcade. I think I've played that. That's a cool job. I can believe that. I wanted a DDR machine and it cost like $6 to $12K. Yeah. I looked at that last night too because I was looking at other arcade stuff. Holy shit, arcade games are pricey. But I guess that kind of makes sense. But the studio is called Farsight Studios. They're located near Big Bear Lake, California. That's cool, man. I'm pretty sure I played that game, Scumble. Only pinball I played on my computer was back in 2000s. Peak Windows, bro. Honestly, why did they get rid of why did they get rid of those things, man? Now you have to like separately download those things. They were included on the computer at one point. Fucking Windows, they've really fallen off, dude. They have made it so boring to own a Windows computer. Yeah, dude, Dozy, that's what we were saying too. We were saying like how good of a workout would that be? But I guess you have things like Wii U and stuff like that, or not Wii U. Wii U's old, but whatever the Switch is now. So I guess, do you like MT3? I do, Lewis. It's very nice. I like MT3. I don't use it as much just because I do think I don't like the sound of MT3, but I like the feeling of it. It's like hugging your fingers. We have a VR now. Do you guys still use VR for anything? Serious question. Serious question right now. Because I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, we have like a small VR setup and it's great. What do you play on it? Like, dude, I can't find anything I want to play on it. Assetto Corsa? I guess racing games would be fun, but I don't think I have the Oculus, and it's not really super great for graphics and stuff, but it's all right. I don't know. Maybe I should get one of those like VR ones for like the computer. All right, you know, you guys don't do the wink winks. I know what you guys are gonna say. Beat Saber, Alex, and Boneworks. I think Beat Saber is the only game that once in a blue moon we still play. So, what's that, Muffin? What's that game? VR is only good for racing. The graphics are garbage, but I have it wireless and looking at getting Knuckles for it. Yeah, I tried doing the thing where you can like watch a movie in VR with like the big screen, and I found that keeping the headset on for like more than 30 minutes was kind of annoying. So ultimately, I don't think in the long term I want to use it for that. By the way, did Split win? Potardo, how are you doing? Deathful? I know Split won. I just wanted to see who would lie to me. It looks like Insty lied. That's crazy. Actually crazy, dude. Heard that badminton is fun on VR. I can see that too. Mod abuse. That's crazy that that guy lied to me, dude. Unmod him, to be honest. This Insty guy. That's crazy. Alex, how do you deal with scuffs? Scuff my board and it feels bad? Well, I can tell you a story. One time, long time ago, I bought a Rama U80 and it was expensive and I got it in E-white. And it came in, I was insanely over the moon because it just was a chunky board. You know, it had this beautiful all white coating on it. And I dropped a screwdriver. Like it literally fell like this. And it just so happens it scratched the back of the keyboard. And it was visible a little bit on the top, but it was a pretty big scratch. And I was bummed, man. I was really bummed. Then I decided that I should maybe adopt a different look at things because, dude, realistically, everything you own eventually will have some wear and tear. So I kind of thought to myself, well, is it worth feeling bad about this? And the answer is no. The answer is a well-loved product, a well-loved tool will eventually show signs of wear and tear. So I think if it gets a scuff, that just makes it more yours. And to kind of prove my point further, this is a lens I have for my Leica, and you can see I've just scuffed the living shit out of it everywhere. It has scratches all over the place. I don't know if you guys can see it very nice. But yeah, I scratched this. My other cameras have scratches. Like, it's bound to happen. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it is it's kind of like it becomes it becomes more yours. And I think that's like the best way you can really look at things is to embrace the imperfections and to embrace that you used something and not just it sits on a shelf. You know what I mean? Which Leica is that? The M11. I have a Tesseracoat, my Agar Mini, chip to paint when someone asked me how well the PCB stays in the plate versus the 60. Was it bad? Just finished building my Neo Ergo after watching one of the vids you made, Late to the Bandwagon. Probably the best board in my arsenal. It's so good, right? I still think it's one of the better Neo boards in a long time. We getting so wholesome? It's just because of the Typhoon, it has a story now. I think it has a story now. Honestly, HN, I think it really does, man. Because I'm in the same boat as you, dude. Like, sometimes I feel bad when I break your stuff every now and then. It happens. But I think at the end of the day, like, it's more of a part of you. Like, but even, where's my other camera? Even this camera, which I thought to myself, there ain't no way I can scuff this one because this doesn't leave the house. This camera has literal scuffs everywhere from just everyday use. And again, these aren't like cheap products, but like, dude, it happens. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, I look at it and I go, damn, that sucks. And then I put it back down now. So, it is what it is. The chip is very noticeable. Yeah. Plus, you always have the option to fix things. And I think that's also maybe a really good analogy for life in general, is nothing can stay damaged. You always have the opportunity to maybe make something better. To a certain degree, obviously. I'm getting deep. Oh, why am I? Yeah, and ends up being part of it, you know. And I think even when you look at something like copper, right? Copper has patina, and this is technically an imperfection. So I think if we're able to embrace this imperfection, we should be able to embrace other imperfections too. Because this makes it unique, this makes it ours, right? It doesn't have to just be like a bad thing. So that's kind of like why I don't really care when I damage my stuff anymore. It's just, it is what it is, it's part of the process, and it's part of, like you even mentioned, a story now, so. But what's the story? It happened in a typhoon or something, you said? What's the story behind yours? Big words? Oh yeah, wabi sabi, that's what it's called, yeah. It's life. It is indeed life. That would be interesting, Insty. I don't know how that would work, but that would be interesting. You know what, actually, let's use... I'm gonna use some BDZ for this one here. I'm really curious about the Singa announcement. Singa announcement. You know what, actually, before I do this, guys, I'm just gonna grab like... just because I don't want to get this dirty. Just gonna grab a cloth. I don't want to get my desk dirty in case I drop some XHT. Instagram, super teaser though, no info. Ooh, I have to go look afterwards. Alright, some XHT today. I never really used this stuff, but when I was cleaning, I found that I had so much of it still from back then. So we're gonna just use it. I don't love HAT BDZ, bleh. But it should be fine. We don't need to put a lot of this stuff, which is good. And we gotta just be really, really careful. Hi there, Lewis. Do you have any plans on checking out the Slate 75 by Atelier Magnus? Slate 75. I haven't heard of that one there, man. Thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate that. Do you like the MT3 keycap profile? I love MT3. MT3 is literally... I would say the most comfortable keycap set profile that I've ever used. However, there's a trade-off in which I don't think MT3 sounds exactly the way I want it to sound. And it's unfortunate because I truly do love the profile. But yeah, that's the small trade-off there. Do I need to get linked for the Slate 75? Sounds interesting. Thank you again, though, Lewis. I appreciate that, man. I know you don't particularly do pre-builds much. Do you have an opinion on the Newfie Halo? Newfie or Newfie, whatever they're pronounced, makes some pretty good stuff, actually. I think they're pretty good. I haven't seen that particular one, but gotta admit, I do like their stuff. Man, this is actually nerve-wracking to do. It's been so long since I've done this. I'm just trying to get the exact right amount that I want. There we go. Didn't MT3 have PBT and ABS? Yeah, I prefer the ABS one, believe it or not. But I feel like when I was really into MT3, they had stopped doing... I think they stopped producing an ABS, or they did more sets in PBT at the time, and I think it just turned me off of it. I think that's what happened. It was something along that regard. PPT Fans 1984. Oh, dude, I think I've seen that set. There we go. Which 60 currently available can you recommend? Maybe this one? But there's a lot of good 60s. I think there's still Keycap 60s if you want those. What other 60s have there been recently? Like, what's in stock for 60s? I don't know what's in stock right now for 60s. But there's also the Cloud9 that's available. Oh no, is Cloud9 65? Why am I struggling to remember that? Where's my Cloud? No, it's 60. Cloud9 is available technically, but it's not in stock. I don't know what else to recommend at the moment for 60s. Perfect. Is this Solaris still in stock? Tofu 3 is coming out. Yep, that's right. I thought the Solaris was sold through. I don't know why I'm so like nervous doing this. QK60? Oh yeah, it's also the Neo 60 Core. I don't know if the Neo 60 Core is still available, but that was really good. Isn't the Parabolica still in stock? I think the Parabolica was really good. If that's still in stock for sure. I don't know if is the Oblique still in stock. There's the Oblique maybe. Speaking of which, did you know that Newfie is making the Azure Dragons? They have version 4, kind of flies under the radar. Oh, the switches? I've tried the Azure Dragons, I think, on that Evo board. That was really good. Pangea Minis extras? Oh, dude, good luck with that one. I have a feeling those are going to sell really quick. Maybe something to look out for, though. Pangea Mini. Is Cappy 60 still in stock? I've been saying that for everything you guys have been saying, but I feel like that one there sold through as well. What is the main parameter when choosing a keyboard, though? Is it mostly aesthetic plus mounting style? Wow, interesting question. Okay, for me, when I am picking a keyboard, the first thing that, I get attracted to is the way it looks, which sounds really shallow, but it has to look good on my desk. There have been certain boards where I've completely ignored the way it looks because they feel and sound so fucking good. But I think for me, aesthetic is number one. Number two, in a lot of ways, is did I have fun building it? I have a bit of an attachment to like how I enjoyed my build, and I think if I enjoy it a lot, like if it makes me smile, if it makes me happy, if there's something like special about the process, then absolutely I like that kind of stuff, and it keeps it on my desk more, and I kind of develop an attachment. Then obviously is the sound. I feel like sound's less important to me, believe it or not, because sound can be so heavily modified and altered, and it can vary so much. And feeling, believe it or not, is last. I don't always go for like feeling, just because I feel like I'm comfortable with a heavier board or like a stiffer board and a softer board.
I might be pulling the trigger on a Bulwark TKL,
Ooh.
and for the first time since joining this hobby, I can't blame it on you, D.
Yeah. Thank goodness it's not my fault this time. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate the tier 1, man. Bulwark's nice, though. I've seen that board. Very, very nice. We're doing the uni switches. Yeah, you do develop an emotional attachment, kind of making something and creating something. It's like, there's also, sometimes it's more than the board. Like, okay, I have a, sounds cheesy, but like, I'm never going to get rid of my tofus. I have 2 of them. I never use them anymore, but I'm never going to get rid of them because the very first tofu I ever made was with my dad. And I still have that one. And then the second tofu I ever made, it was just like my first experience, like it was my first keyboarding experience kind of on my own. And, Even though they suck for keyboards right now because I didn't build them very good. They're special to me, you know? They're always going to hold a special place in my heart. I think I have to use a plate fork. Come here, plate fork. So yeah, I think that's kind of my list of importance. You know? And thank you guys for tuning in today, by the way. I know it's middle of the day. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the subs, the bits, just watching and chatting. Love you guys. Actually, this doesn't look too bad with the mint. All right. This is the best stream time. I love this stream time. I really do, just because it feels a lot more like I have way more energy during the day. I'm sure you guys have noticed. People have said something in the past. They always ask, like, why do I seem so different when I'm streaming at 1 versus 7? It's because at 7 o'clock I'm tired. Aesthetic, feel, sound, layout, but I can ignore basically all of them if I care about the board. Yeah, like, do you find yourself getting into this mentality of you care about the story of the board? Unk tired? Bro, Unk tired at 7 p.m. Thanks to the midday stream, work is much better. Anytime, dude. You should try the gasket top O-ring mount. For which one? Sorry. I like the midday stream time. This is my first time I'm able to hop on live rather than watching YouTube VODs. I'm glad you like them, baby wipes. For the Beetle, O-ring top mount? There's an O-ring top for this? I don't think I have an O-ring. No, O-ring bottom? Oh, I don't think I have an O-ring for this. I didn't see one in the... in the thing there. You probably could do an O-ring. Maybe not. I don't think maybe it would 100% work. It's designed the same way as the Imperium Mini, which is another board Hallie designed. Does it come with an O-ring? Let's see. I don't remember reading anything about that. Let's see. I don't think it does. 100% agree. Midday streams are better for me. I have night class usually when Alex streams. Yeah, late night streams are tough. To be real with you guys, they're always a bit. It's not that I don't want to do them. It's just like anything past 7 o'clock. Like I am visibly tired because I have to wake up at 8 o'clock every day to start my day with other work. I wish I could just stream, you know, but it's not possible. It's not possible. Was there I don't think there is an O-ring. I don't think O-ring is on the list of stuff that it comes with. I can stick it on the side of the screen and just relax. Hell yeah, dude. You forgot the backspace stab? Hey bro, don't start with me. Beetle doesn't have the mount, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks a little high. I don't know if this will work. Hello? I sleep 1 a.m. to 7:30 on office days and 2 a.m. to 8:30 on home days. My bedtime recently has been like probably like 12:30, I want to say, most days. But like, I think I've talked to you guys about this, where sometimes I feel like if I go to bed any earlier, I feel like I'm oddly wasting my time. Why are the O-ring posts there? I mean, it might work with O-ring, but I think you would have to tear off all these, no? I feel like you wouldn't be able to do... with the gaskets. I would like to know if this is O-ring capable. O-ring posts are there for hype moments and aura. If people wanted to though, if they had their own O-rings and didn't put in the gaskets, could they make it work though? Out of curiosity? Hope this doesn't... Actually, yeah, these were holding in spot very nicely. This would be a fun O-ring build too. By the way, anyone remember the Angel 65 by Cable Card Design? It's a sandwich mount or is it gasket? I thought that one there was sandwich. Or like, it had the 4 things on the corners, right? If I remember that particular board. Pin mount, yeah, that's what it was called. Pin mount or something, whatever it was called. So it locks in the corners of the case. Yeah, whatever it was. I knew it was corners, but I don't know what it was called. Damn, I remember that board for some weird reason. I'm not sure, but off the top of my head, you could do the O-ring with the top side pour on. Oh yeah, you could probably do it with top side. So maybe there's your answer. Never test it, but probably. If people are curious. Just got back into keyboards and I only bought the keycaps for the build and I'm not sure what's good for stabilizers. Stabilizers? I like a whole lot. I have a whole list if you want on my website, Anthony, of what I think is the best, but I'd say objectively the most people will probably be picking up Night Stabs or Type Plus. I think those are probably what most people will end up buying. Just because they're so good and so easy to use. Dynamite, haven't had as much time recently for keys, but hope you've been doing well. Thank you so much, Dynamite. I missed you, buddy. I have no complaints. Life's fine. The only thing I wish, truly, that I feel like maybe a whole bunch of people wish the same thing as me. It's not a unique thought. I just kind of wish people would...
Less than 3.
Thank you very much, Dynamite. Appreciate you, man. I wish that we'd see a little bit more calmness in the world. I do feel like it's been a lot of stuff being thrown in our faces constantly, and it's a bit frustrating and kind of sad sometimes, but you forgot to solder. Can we get a ban on it? All right. It's free being a good person for real. What happened? What did Scumble do? Oh, he vanished. That's funny. Hi, Alex. I'm looking for 65% win keyless with a cherry lip. Oh, shit. The Encore? Oh, wait, win keyless. Does the Encore come in win keyless? Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. I think the win keyless is throwing me off a bit. Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. It doesn't. Oh. Okay. These switches don't have the best tolerance in the world. So we shall see. No, these are linears. Making me doubt myself for a second. Okay. Let's warm up our soldering iron. How do I want to do this? I need a better spot to put this soldering iron in. Aren't you supposed to name all the keyboards in existence Mr. Alex? Bro, I wish I had that power. I wish. I feel the same way. I wish people were, in general, nicer. I'm so done with the LinkedIn warriors and people constantly trying to flex each other. Well, yeah, dude, honestly, like, I was talking to another friend about this like a week or two ago. Like, I think I'm socially just tapped out, bro. I like hanging out here because you guys are like people I can talk to about just whatever. But I think when I'm meeting new people or just having to do anything, I never felt like this before. Like, I'm 34, and when I was out and about in my 20s, I don't feel like it was a dick measuring contest, for lack of a better word. I always felt like a little bit of like, okay, I can just meet people, we talk about things that we like, and we talk about work, we talk about, you know, family, stuff like that. Nowadays, like when I talk to new people, it's like, I have this. Yeah, well, I have this. Yeah, well, this is this thing that I have. And it's like all jealousy bait. And like, I don't know, man. Yeah, kinda. And I just like don't vibe with that. And I find it's very, very energy consuming. And like, I have a pretty big social battery. And that kind of stuff, where it just becomes this like flexing contest, really drains the life out of me. Or the one-upmanship that people do these days too. Like if I tell someone a story, it's like, yeah, well, this happened to me though. It's like, bro, I don't care, man. Like, it's just so tiring, dude. So it's been a little bit tiring, like, socially. So I get you, bro. I get you on that. Agreed, I'm very happy I grew up before social media was a thing. Ah, dude, for real. So it is unfortunately, I agree with you, Dynamite. I honestly wish there was a more of a culture to give back to the community instead of taking. Well, dude, that's the other thing too. Like, dude, it's so funny you bring this up. Without going into detail, basically, I do feel like a lot of society and people I talk to nowadays, it's very, how can I profit off of X situation rather than having a feeling towards X situation. It's that one there's not as super common as the other thing that I spoke about, being like the outflexing each other. But I do see that a lot too. Like I see a lot of like, how can I make this situation work for me and profit off of it? Unfortunately, and I get why, like I'm not stupid, like I'm totally aware. People want to get ahead. You know, like people want the nice things and they want to get ahead and they want to like, they want nice things because they see other people have nice things, and it's just a snake eating its own tail. Are you meeting crappy people? For real? I just try to see the people who are kind. I meet a lot of people. Like I talk to a lot of different people. I would say, if it makes you feel better, there are more good people than bad people. I feel like we end up talking about the bad people and maybe like common traits that we see that kind of like are nuisances because it's stuff that sticks out more. Like, but I do think there are a lot of good people in the world, more than people give credit to. But yeah, so what I've noticed though about like today's like modern thing is like there has been a lot of like flexing though. The flexing, like I mentioned, is something I just see a lot of now. But I think it's just a lot of like insecurities and like feeling jealous towards other people that you want to be like, yeah, well, I did this thing. And I think people need to realize it's okay to share accomplishments, but it's just kind of like weird energy to kind of be like, yeah, well, I have this and, you know, this is my thing, look at your thing type thing. But also, because bad stuff stays more in our mind than good stuff, yeah, there's definitely that too. Oh, fuck. It's not plugged in. 1 second, guys. I'm warming up nothing. Now it's plugged in. So few people anymore are able to be happy for the success of others. Yeah, man. Something we talk about here too. You know, like, I hate to say it, but back when keyboards were really, really, really popular on social media, there'd be a lot of people in the space trying to cut other people down so they can get forward themselves. And there's enough water in the well for everyone, you know what I mean? Back in the day, we used to call them one-uppers. Yeah, I mean, I still see people like that. Crab in the bucket mentality? Oh, for sure. Can we have a meme page on the Discord server? Can't we just use general for that, though? Pretty positive. Okay, I'm going to do one pin on all of these, and then just kind of readjust as I go here, because these switches are not perfect. for doing a plateless build. You forgot the backspace stab. This guy. This freaking guy, dude. What are the benefits of soldered PCB over hot swap? Well, solder can give you more options. Solder also for plateless. I'm gonna be real, man. It just makes a hell of a lot more sense. Some switches you just can't use in a plateless configuration for hot swap. Stability is another thing too. From a sound perspective, maybe a bit of a hot take, but I feel like if you're going to go with a hot swap socket, even on any plate, you may have a bit of chatter from the switch maybe lifting a little bit. So there is that possibility as well.
Happy Tuesday.
Thanks, man. Happy Tuesday. Solder really makes the board so much better. Hot swap wishes it was half as cool. This way too lucky guy, dude. Well, I want to fix that one switch there. Some of them are going to fall out. I apologize. Thanks for the info. Hot swap sockets can sometimes also bottom out. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely restrictions in how you can build stuff sometimes, for sure. Definitely a thing. Yeah, I think there's also like a bit of joy you can have with just soldering your own board as well. Mostly any switch can be soldered, yeah. The only exception is like Hall Effect can't really do that at all. So Hall Effect, you have to count that out. Right now in the US, people didn't get their food stamps on the 1st, and people in the communities seem to be coming together to make meals and give them out. It feels more of a feel-good thing, honestly, because it doesn't fix numerous systematic problems, but it's like people are saying, hey, we're in this together with action, so that's cool. Absolutely, man. I will say, I think politics aside, and I don't think we need to bring politics for this particular conversation, I think with everything going on in the world, there still is shitty things that like we see in like day-to-day, like we're talking about, you know, like people flexing on each other and stuff like that. But I will say that I definitely see there's a lot of people who want to look out for one another. Like this, I think, and I hope the sense of community for everyone kind of like picks up. So I think you kind of have to look at it like that too. I wish I could solder. Tried it 2 times on 2 duckies. Desolder, fuck the PCB. Desoldering those particular things are tough, man. Any of the boards that come from the factory and you're trying to desolder sometimes don't have like nice solder put onto it. I've struggled as well, man. I have also struggled. Oh, totally lifted this up, forgetting that we had stuff that was sitting like this. These are uni switches from Wingtree. So the rest of my text actually is a thing. Interesting. What happened, Blackout? Did I miss something? It's so easy to feel isolated more than ever. Yeah, I get you. Community and hobbies and stuff like that are very important for us. I think, I've always said this, I think having a hobby and having a community, or one or the other even, is just so important. Wait, this is an old plate? What's the new plate look like? Is this plate not good? Before I finish soldering this all? This is a prototype, by the way, guys. This is not indicative of the final product. I think there's some small changes. I don't remember them all. What plate material goes best with granites? I personally think aluminum. But I've also had really good experience with PP plate on it as well. The PP plate is quite nice. Let it go through all these and just reflow and put them in. Oh. Yeah, no, I think Bub told me about that. I think, is there supposed to be like a heart over here or something? On the plate? Just a little design put on that in the final. That the solder material from those factories is different. Yeah, it's different, and on top of that too, sometimes it's crappy. It's like not good solder. If you guys were wondering what I'm doing, by the way, if you're ever doing plateless solderable, what I like to do is I like to do one pin, regardless of how well the switches go in, and then I like to reflow the solder with my other hand, push the switch that I'm using in, and then reflow it, and that can make the switch, you can kind of hear it snap. It makes the switch pop back into place, because sometimes the switch falls down a little bit. And that's not good for sound. That can actually make it sound a bit rattly or pingy, or just have like a tick, you know? So we try to get rid of that. Honestly, I don't think it's solely the fault of social media as much as the extenuating circumstances around it. Things have gotten more expensive and more unattainable. I agree with that, but I also do think that, like, when you're exposed to enough of a really... Okay, think of it like this too, right? Especially for younger kids, like younger people, teenagers, stuff like that. You know, I felt this in school. When I was going to school, if someone had, like... Here... I guess I'm gonna make fun of me now. Okay. Back in the day, there was these things called 5-star. I don't know if they're still around. I sound like a fucking old person saying this, but, like... We had these 5-star binders or whatever. I never had one, but everyone else had one, and they were like the cool binders to have. I don't know. They were just, everyone had one. And you kind of feel like you don't fit in, and you're not really taught that, like, things, you know, you're not really taught, like, it's okay to, like, not fit in that way. So we didn't have one because they were a bit, I think they were also just a bit more expensive, and like I just had regular binders and regular paper. And even people in school had like K-Swiss shoes. Like they were like the popular thing for like a month or two, and again, just like, did we have the money to go buy the new trendy thing? Probably not. I think that's on a small scale, going to school and feeling that way and feeling like you don't belong and don't, you know, fit in because you don't have a certain thing. But then I think it amplifies it. And you're right, it does like exacerbate the issue a bit, where it amplifies it on social media, where now you're not only seeing like the shoes in the binder, you're also seeing like your friends buy a house, you're seeing your friends buy a new car. And at least in school, you can kind of justify it as like, okay, well, someone's parents bought that for them and it's just school and maybe it's gonna be a bit different. You don't know all the circumstances online. A lot of online is like so fucking twisted. And it can be twisted in real life, in person too, but like when you see the guy driving the new Porsche, what they don't tell you is that guy maybe is just renting it, or maybe he took out a loan that's going to completely destroy the rest of his life. So you see a lot of these things, and then you start to feel like those jealousy things, especially when you're younger, right? You lose the circumstance of how they got it, whether it be good or bad circumstance. So I think that's also important to realize. Like, it happens already, yes, but I think the scaling of the issue and the circumstance gets lost online, you know? But yeah, I do agree. It does get blown out of proportion online. Social media is always the highlight of everyone else's life. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that point too. You only ever see good points. That's why, like, I hate to say this, but sometimes it's good to talk about the shitty days, you know what I mean? It's good to share that we all have shitty days. Because that shit's normal, bro. You won't get up here. That shit is normal. Alright. I think this just needs a little bit of an adjustment. Whenever I ruin food, I make sure to post it on my story. Dude, I don't post anything personal to my stories anymore, man. Sorry guys, one sec as I adjust these. Want to make sure that I'm soldering this in perfect. Relatable is relatable, indeed. We're good. You can solder in the rest now. Can I please zoom in on the PCB? Yeah! Sorry, I don't think my camera is super centered anymore these days, but I'll do as much as I can here. My question, or sorry, here, let me read this one here. Recently got back into the Keep community, really learning everything that I'm interested in a 96% full-size board between the Athena and the DNWorks 925. My question is there a big difference aside from design between the mass-produced boards? No. I mean, like, is there truly a big difference? You probably won't find that much anymore. But you may enjoy the smaller scale of community that some of the designers have. You may enjoy, like, the experience of buying from a smaller designer who might be able to jump in and help you more. But then again, even that's kind of a gamble. Like, you don't know if that's always going to be true. I would say that more often than not, while it is awesome to, support small designers and stuff, you're more likely, like, to keep it a buck with you guys, you're more likely to enjoy your purchase from a bigger brand who has more power to support you customer service-wise. It's not always the case, but with bigger companies usually come a little bit more of like a ability to help you. At least within the keyboard community. I know for a fact too that, like, KBD Fans is pretty good with helping people. Novel Keys is great, for example. Mode's been amazing with helping people in the past. And people would consider those like the bigger brands. Where sometimes you hear stories about smaller designers like up and running away type thing. But I wouldn't say there's no, like, inherent quality gain just from shopping with, like, KBD Fans versus a small designer. Or premium aspect boards. You're really just paying for, like, sometimes people want the small batch feeling of having a smaller, run board type thing. I'd love to hear you debate Simon on KBD Fans. I don't think Simon or I are the right people to talk about KBD Fans. I think, realistically, they know our orders, because I've ordered plenty of stuff personally, and I'm going to say this out loud. I've ordered plenty of stuff. Have I had stuff get delayed? Yeah. Have I had like stuff show up on time and be awesome? Yeah. I've had that with every company. But I don't think we're the right people to talk about like the core of those situations. I think you have to ask the community how their experience with things are more. And like I've asked, people that I know don't really have problems with KBD fans. So from the community side of things, like, yeah, I agree with you, Haley. Haley, it has been poor in the past few years ago, maybe. But I also, like, again, I talk to a lot of the KBD fans people, and I talk to people who shop from KBD fans a lot, and I know people who place orders with them like on a weekly basis. So I don't think we're the right people, and I think if you're holding a grudge, I don't think that's good either. I feel like that's unhealthy at that point there. But valid, I guess. But valid. Past few years I've worked in a psych hospital the past few years, and one thing I'm incredibly grateful for is the fact that we can all be shockingly honest about mental health and how we're doing with coworkers, even bosses to an extent. It's so normalized, there's very little stigma. We can all be real with one another. I want that to continue. Oh, dude, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, way too lucky. It's not bad. They're not bad. It's just, I think in the past, and I'll speak from my own experience here, KBD fans never really had great customer service, mainly because things got lost in translation a lot from my experience. Now that things have settled more, I personally think KBD fans, and I never had a problem with them then, because I used to order so much shit from them. They're like the number one vendor I ordered from, and this is before I started streaming. I think that their stuff's only gotten better. The reality is they're an Asia-centric store. Shipping is unavoidable. Yeah, shipping issues will unfortunately happen, and it's not always KBD fans. Sometimes it's literally the carriers too, or the couriers rather. I just talked to KBD fans chat support this week, and they were fast and helpful. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I'm the right person. I don't think Simon's truly the right person unless Simon is like ordering under an anonymous name. I think there will always be some sort of bias if they see our names pop up. But if it's one bad experience in the past, I urge anyone to like try it. I'm truly like, I don't know. Look, everyone's saying they've never had an issue, so like I don't think like one bad experience sets the tone for a lifetime of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, getting into this hobby, my first keyboards were the Tofu, and guess where I ordered them from? KBD fans. So I've never really had like an experience where it made me pull my hair out. I've had stuff like get delayed, like I said, but it's never been bad, man. People love dunking on KBD fans because they're accessible. A lot of old heads in the community think that the difficulty in finding group buys and whatnot is a feature, not a bug. People do love dunking on KBD fans, man. It's kind of weird energy sometimes. I agree. But again, my experiences aside, if you guys ever are curious, ask people in Discord. Ask like people who actually shop that aren't content creators. Keep it a fucking buck with you, dude. I can only tell you good experiences that I've had with them because I've only had good experiences, and maybe that is partly in fact that I am a content creator. But like, ask people in Discord. Ask real people who are ordering, not me. Because, again, could be bias. All I know is when I have bad experiences, I tell you guys. Or I just remove them from my website. Which, that's why sometimes there's been vendors who mysteriously disappear from that website. Or if I get enough of you telling me about bad experiences, I do the exact same thing. QC with KBD fans in my experience has been better than mode. Really? It's interesting to hear too. See, everyone has different experiences, man. Or Alex yells at me. Sometimes Pancake becomes the punching bag. No, I'm joking. He never has become the punching bag. But sometimes I'll let Pancake know if I have issues. Not that he can do anything. He just kind of steers people, you know? One sec. Let me wash my hands. Okay, one sec. Let me just clean up this little corner over here because I need to move some stuff out of the way. I need to find a better home for this soldering iron. It just kind of sits on a small shelf here, and I don't like it on this small shelf. But I don't know what to do with it. All right. I had a terrible experience with this anatomy guy. Who's that? Annette? I see the word Annette in that sentence. That's it. I want to see Alex yell at someone. I don't know. I just can't imagine it. I have yelled at someone on stream. I'm not proud of it, but I have done it. Sometimes I don't know, man. Honestly, like, dude, the Tao incident. Yeah. There are certain times where, like, even me. I'm not trying to, like, say I'm perfect, right? I'm far from it. I feel like I can be pretty patient. I think I lose my patience when I repeat something over and over again and someone doesn't understand what I'm trying to say. And it's like the most basic form of anything. Play the clip. I don't even know if I have the clip on hand. But yeah, like, I lose my patience. So when I tell someone, like, in that particular clip, and then there was one other time I yelled at someone, I think, as well. But, like, there's been times where, like, I've told people, hey, can you please, like, back off? Can you chill? Like, this is X, Y, and Z reason why I'm telling you to do this. I lose my patience. Like, I don't feel like my words are making sense. And the only thing in my brain that makes sense to me, which should be just to walk away from the situation or, like, ignore that person, is to yell at someone. And that's kind of what happened with Tao, you know, unfortunately, just because he wasn't getting the fucking point. So I just wait for Discord pings when it comes to GBs. Outside of that, I don't keep up. Oh, just things in the hobby, you mean? So yeah, unfortunately, that was the one time I think I really got upset with someone on stream, but I've definitely got upset off stream as well. Like, there's definitely been... It's the language barrier in my thick Canadian accent, maybe. But there's definitely been times, like, off stream where I've lost my patience as well. It's a little easier to mask that, though, because a lot of the times it's over text, you know? Oh, dude, I still can't believe that was a thing. The straight male thing that someone posted. I still can't believe that was a thing that person wrote. That's fucking crazy. I gotta be really pissed to yell at someone. For me, unfortunately, and I hate this about myself, it's hard for me to fix it too. For me, it comes after a few times of, like, having to really repeat myself. Because I don't like having to do that. Alright, let's put this back together. Actually, you know what? The switches look good on this. I was a little nervous these switches would be too blue. This looks cute. The half plate matching the case color is a vibe. Indeed it is. They did a really good job with that, like, picking this material here. Very, very cute. Oh, I think I need to switch bits again. Oh. Appropriately sized JST. Dude, the JST was exactly the right size, which is so handy to have. So nice, so nice. Appreciate it. Ooh. I do have Miku. We could put Miku on this. That would look really good, actually. Damn. You know what? Good call. Let's do that. Thanks for doing such a great job keeping the culture of your community well-mannered and kind in general, and not super elitist. Made an easy recommend to friends getting into the hobby. Thanks, man. I don't believe people should join any hobby with an elitist mindset, because then it's no longer a hobby. Hobbies should be fun. I've said this since the day I started. I am not gonna, if this ever becomes not fun, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna just do it anymore. So it has to be fun. Everything within the hobby has to be relaxing and fun. Hey Alex, would you say GB boards are inherently more premium than in stock? No, not at all. I think in the grand scheme of things, like if the big picture, any keyboard that's above like your standard $20 or $30 keyboards are premium keyboards. In the smaller scale of the hobby, I think premium is subjective. But I think all of these are luxury goods. I think that's kind of what happened with Teja, right? He just wasn't enjoying it anymore. I'm not going to speak for him, but like I don't think Nathan enjoyed. I don't know if it was streaming or maybe it just because streaming, dude, streaming's fucking tiring. I know people sometimes argue it's the easiest job in the world. Like I've seen people argue with that. It is, but you have to have a social battery. If it doesn't work, if you don't have a social battery, it isn't easy to like talk to people if you can't manage your social battery like that, you know? So unfortunately, like that's the truth. Like and sometimes people don't have that social battery, you know? Very pretty. All right, I think Miku would be perfect on this. Dude, that PC top is hot. Yeah, dude, it looks so good. This is such a fun color. I have a question for chat and Alex. How do you hold your mouse like this? This is how I game. So I guess this, what, a claw grip? All right, if I'm doing Miku, I have it on my Encore, but I have the other set, the gray set. So maybe we just do that one there. No, I don't game on an MX Master. I have a different mouse I play games on. Thank you, Next. Appreciate you, man. Okay, this one's on something already. So true, I was completely drained when I used to stream. Hi, Juan. How you doing, man? That's good. I love being social, Juan. It's like something I discovered, part of myself that I discovered when I was trying new jobs and stuff. I actually love being social. I never was a social like person. It was quite closed off, but yeah, this one. Let's do this particular set. Actually, does this work well? I think we can still make it work. It might be a bit too green. This is a bit blue on my camera. I don't know why this particular color doesn't really work for me. Really? I actually think this is their better MX Master mouse. What do you guys think? Thoughts? Should we just do it for funsies? I think I have Noel somewhere. Thoughts? Clashes for funsies is fine? Nah? Oh, dude, Hammerhead would be fucking gnarly on this, dude. I mean, we could just do Noel. Noel makes more sense. I agree with Noel. Go Noel. Metropolis would also be insanely beautiful for this. Sorry, I got really close to the mic and spoke. I forgot. Yeah, you know what? As much as I want to use this, because I really do like the Miku set, I don't think this works super, super well with this particular color.
Modu Light.
Ooh, Blue Light would be nice too. Thank you, Keyboard. I appreciate the tier 1, man. Give us a growl. Closer. I don't want to growl, bro. I think even Dandy would be nice on this too. I feel like this is the better combo for this. Yeah. Let's do Noel. Let's do Noel. Dude, deep field. Hold on a second. What did deep field look like again? Actually, if it's what I remembered, maybe deep field's kind of a sick choice. Shit, deep field might be a sick choice on this. Yeah, bub on bub. Oh shit, let me go see it. Hold on one second. I don't know if this set's on a keyboard already. Oh yeah, it's free. I'm down. I don't think this will look bad at all. I'm so down for this. Deep Field was on a custom render of this board. Did we see it on the? I don't remember it being on the render. Ooh, this is gonna look nice. Yeah, we can do a bunch of fun accents for this too. I want Deep Field so bad. I'll say this: people kind of shat on Deep Field a little bit, but I thought Deep Field was a sick set. People liked Clad Me. People were a little bit hesitant on Deep Field, and now that it's gone, I feel like people really want Deep Field. Oh yeah, that works really nice. It's a good set, man. The green works, yeah. I think we do the yellow accent for fun too. Hell yeah. This works. Really? I don't think the sub-legends will clash. Thoughts on Windbreaker? It's nice. It's not my... Dude, a lot of people like Windbreaker. I feel like Key Machine stuff wasn't received so great upon launch. Can I be... Again, to be brutally honest, I think people at the time, maybe not as much anymore, misunderstood what Key Machine was. I think there was this like weird persona of Key Machine being this like FOMO hype generator, when the idea was just to offer in-stock products so people can buy in-stock stuff that we knew wasn't going to be super hyped up. That was the whole point of Key Machine. It was supposed to be kind of the oddball products get made anyways. And unfortunately, the way to market that stuff sometimes is to kind of create kind of like this fun, like hype kind of thing for it. And to offer those things is like numbered sets and like limited edition, because we knew if they were going to go to a market otherwise, they were too niche. But people took it as this like FOMO generation type thing. This FOMO generator, when that's really not the case. I think I lost my mode screwdriver. Can I do something about it? I was asking for another one. The marketing was too good then? Maybe. Maybe it was too good. That's true. Ah, dude, this looks sweet. Hell yeah. Abstract is a looker. I love Abstract. It's a very warm set though, so you kind of have to be careful. I feel like it's easy to get a little lost in Abstract, but it is so beautiful. Oh wait, no, that's not the right one. Dude, is Reggie still here? Look at this. Look how perfect this match is right now. Where is that guy? Look how beautiful this is. Beautiful. Oh wait. What else do I need? Okay, I need the bottom row now. This one? This one. Maybe include it in some of your photos? Absolutely, I am. Okay, also, be patient with me with the stabs on this one, guys. It's been a while since I've really used this XHT BDZ with Cherry, so I might need to tune these a bit more heavy. So just be patient as I do this. Hi, Jedi. How you doing? Damn, that looks good. This is a good-looking board, man. Yeah, that's hot. Hell yeah. How's it look from the side? I think this is where this board really shines, is just to see a little bit of that bottom aluminum with the polycarb and the keyboard. I just wanted to try it. I haven't used it in a while, Coaster. It's just me being a thing, you know. Do you have a macro cam? I don't, but I could show off curves for me. I don't have a macro cam, but I could install a different lens on my camera if you guys give me a few minutes. If you guys want me to? I can go get it. I don't know how good it's gonna be though.
I saw I had a Prime laying around and remembered how awesome you are.
Dude, Sam, appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the 2 months, man. You're the awesome one, please. You are the awesome one. Here, you guys are gonna get flashbanged. Okay, how does this work again? I gotta do this into this, I think it was. Yeah, okay, this into this. And then, boy. Okay, you guys are getting flashbanged. Sorry, avert your eyes. Oh, it did, oh, there it goes. Bzzz. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Wait, where's the aperture ring on this? I forget. This lens I don't use as much. So nice. Thank you, Drudge. Appreciate you, man. So here is some of those. It's not super zoomed in. It's a 75 mil, but it's closer than before. Actually, I could just do this. Let's do. There we go. So yeah, if you guys actually want to see, it does protrude a little bit. Oh, where is it? A little bit of protrusion from the back here, but I think that kind of adds then a little bit of the aluminum protrudes there. Here is that thing on the back, the engraving. Here is the side profile. And then here is the front, in case you guys want to see the front lip. Maybe I scuffed it a little bit right there. Dude, sorry, this is a manual focus lens, so very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take off this lens now, so sorry. Flashbanged again. That's a vibe. Thanks, man. Thanks, trash can. Green on green looks so good. Does this not fit on this? I guess not. All right, I'll put this to the side. Can you show your artisan keycaps, please? Artisan keycaps? Which one? All right, we're gonna plug this in. What macro lens is that? It's not a macro lens. It's a, oh, it's a little dusty. It's a 75 millimeter lens that I use from time to time. It's a 1.2, is it? Yeah, 1.5, sorry. 1.5 75 mil. It is one of my favorite lenses, actually. It's from Voigtlander. It has a very beautiful rendering. It's a high-end lens, but it's not like crazy expensive. But for a prime lens of this caliber, like, I love this thing. Voigtlander makes some really good stuff, but it's manual focus. Fire lens? Hell yeah, dude. All right, we're gonna type. Oh, I do not want to remove my top-down camera. Cable fits nicely. All right, let's make sure the spacebar sounds good before I go too crazy on this. Yeah, I think it sounds fine. Ooh, okay. All right, these switches sound really nice too. They're very punchy. So this is a long pull switch, so they're going to be a bit more punchier. I do want to tune the stab up a little bit. I know I use BDZ. I'm going to mix it a little bit, but you know, I gotta. I feel like... shit, what are these switches called again? They're from Wing Tree. The UE switches or something? A very punchy switch though, I like it. But I do want to just ever so slightly tune it up because I can hear a little bit of stuff I don't want to hear. Unilinears, yeah. These are nice. Very crisp sound. Which is the one I gotta use here? This guy. Yeah, I used a very small amount of BDZ, so I'm not surprised I have to do this. Maybe next time I have to do a little heavier. It's been a while since I've done it. Way better. That's nice. It's a nice sound overall. I need to buy one of those BDZ syringes. This is definitely the most aggressive of all the linears I've used from Wing Tree. The alphas are really nice on this. Hold on, I'm going to take off both headphones. I don't hear any ping. Aluminum half plate, yes. Love the alphas. Ooh, very good modifiers overall. Ooh. I may end up switching the spacebar for like a full travel switch instead of a short travel. But like, it still sounds really good. What do you think about the amount of give? I feel like this is more of a medium firmness. I wouldn't say this is like overly soft or firm. I think this is, not to diminish this is like the standard of what I've seen that, and I end up really liking and end up really going for. You do get a bit of a softer type on the alphas because of the half plate. Man, I do think the alphas sound fucking amazing with this. But then again, I'm into half plates, so. Yeah, it sounds really good. Can't complain, this is nice. Dude, I love the color of this. This looks so good. This is very, very pretty. Hardly get to see the stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Your Wi-Fi's been bad? Yeah, like this is a good looking board. Does injecting lube really help? I feel like no matter what I do, if it ticks and I gotta pull the stab out and tune the wire further, you might be adding too much lube. But yes, technically what I did there with injecting lube, it totally changed, for me anyways, the sound of the spacebar. You just gotta eject like the perfect amount. Like you have to know, it takes experience obviously, but I love how low this board is too. Like that's another thing that maybe we didn't get to talk about at the beginning of the stream. Like it's a very low profile board. I don't know exactly what this is for the height over the board here, but it is extremely comfortable. So this is very, very nice. Dude, are you about to tell me? It feels like a good height. I really like that. It was so hard getting this shit to at a low 6 degrees. So yeah, like the typing angle, everything, it feels really good. It feels comfortable to type on. Do you know what the front height is off the top of your head? Can I see the back? Yeah, for sure. Like back is in this back? Or the bottom, do you mean? 17 or 18? It is so good at that. 18, 17 with a 6 degree typing angle is hella comfy. You don't also see that every day either. It sounds good. It's a nice sounding keyboard. You know, comes in that polycarbonate top, which you don't get to see every day. That's dyed as well. Very nice. Is it worth your money? I think if you enjoy the look and the, I guess the look and the sound of this today, there'll be other sound tests. I think Diego's going to be doing one. Then I think, yeah, for sure. What else can you get at that price point? I mean, as per usual, and I think it's very important to talk about, if you're just into getting the value, best bang for your buck, you're probably going to go with a Neo. You probably already made your mind up. The Neo is probably the board you'll probably end up going with. But if you wanted something with a bit more flair, character, I do think, even if it didn't have the weight on the bottom, I think just having the half polycarb, half aluminum, it looks really good on this, and that's already a lot of character here. And again, you don't get to see like dyed polycarbonate all too often these days. Like sometimes it is dyed, but it's like a very light color. So this is nice to see too. I joined the GB for Ramune, so I'll probably skip this. That was also a fun looking board too. I wish people got to take a look at that before the purchase. I feel like, was there any content on that board? Like, I don't even know how it sounds, to be honest. Neo is a gateway drug? It is. If this had arrow keys, it would be a buy. I'm a sucker for those dang arrow keys. What you could do is you could mount like function to it or something, but it is a pretty looking board, and I get your 65% love. I get that, bro. How do you normally lube at Type Plus wires? Just 205, nothing else. If you use anything too thick for Type Plus, it ends up ticking. Overall, a solid 60%. The only complaint I will make, and we've talked about this, so this is a situation where I'm not sure if my criticism here is valid. I do wish there were thread inserts. Is it the end of the world for this board? No, but I know there are people who are a little bit rougher with how they build things, and I'm probably going to go out on a limb, and I will probably think someone's going to destroy some of their keyboard. So if you guys end up getting this, just be careful. That's it. Again, I feel like threaded inserts aren't a aren't a new topic for me. But again, in this particular case, I'm not sure. I know this has a bit of a thinner top shell. It may not be able to do it. I know, for example, the Key Cult, you couldn't do it. I know there was some other boards recently I've taken a look at where you just couldn't add those things. But it is what it is. That's the crux of having polycarbonate in some of your builds. Sometimes stuff will screw into it. So again, if you're completely against no threaded inserts, then avoid the board. But if you don't mind personally and you're just careful with how you build things, then I think this is a fun pickup. What kind of keycaps? Deep field. Beautiful with this board, to be honest. Absolutely stunning. Whoever suggested that to me and told me to do deep field, I love you. This is a beautiful combination. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. extremely happy with this. Dude, I've always loved deep field though. Ooh, jungle would also look awesome. I think even botanical would look good. Even maybe olive. Maybe not olive, but this definitely looks really nice. There are so many fiddly parts of a keyboard that can break. Molix, JST, looking at you. Lack of thread inserts isn't bad. It isn't bad. I will say that from my experience, it's always good to downsize the amount of stuff that could break to the lowest amount you possibly can. But sometimes, which I've also learned the hard way, you'll have to make sacrifices on designs to get it the way you want. So sometimes there's no middle ground. I didn't get the Metropolis take at first, but now I see it. I think Metropolis would look fucking sick on this, but in particular, Metropolis Dark. I think I would love Metro Dark on this. Threaded inserts in machine PC can actually crack a lot easier than putting them in injection molded parts. To a certain degree, yeah. It's the cracking is not really the point of topic, I think. I think I mentioned it at the beginning. It's more people stripping the threads. That's kind of where the conversation for me lies. It's the stripping of the polycarbonate versus the cracking. But there is sacrifices, like I said, for threaded inserts. We actually had a longer conversation about this at the beginning of stream. The Voigtlander sharpness makes everything in the current lens look softer to me. Dude, Voigtlander lenses are crazy good. I sold my other one because I didn't really need it, but this is like one of my forever ones. I love this lens, dude. It is so good. In that case, break out the drill. Oh my god, dude. I'm not familiar with replacing springs and adding film switches for Cherry Nixies. What spring is recommended to keep it close to stock? Oh boy. What is the stock spring for Cherry again? It's like 72 or something like that. How do I take this off again? I always forget. Oh, something like that. There have been cases where menus themselves wouldn't put the inserts as it raises the board failure rates. Yeah, we talked about this at the beginning too. Like with the key cults, for example, Mike explained to everyone that you couldn't add threaded inserts because it would crack the polycarbonate. Again, I think that's something to be aware of. Like you just can't put it on certain projects. But I feel like it's worth mentioning because that will be a point of conversation, no matter what. Beetle bezels are small, I can't fit. There you go. So from the designer's mouth. Keycap Aurora is notorious for cracking around the threaded inserts. I also feel like the Icky wasn't a solid piece of polycarb though. I feel like the Icky might not be a great... I feel like that's not a great comparison. Not to say it's not a good point though. But the Icky I think was also like done in a way where it used less and less material. You know what I mean? We were weighing it in the Bauer 65, decided against it because of the risk of cracking. That's fair. That's totally fair. Isn't Icky injection molded? Yes, you're right, it is. You're totally right, it is. Totally different type of process there. You're right. I totally forgot. It's been so long since I've typed on Icky. I did get to see one at the meetup recently. Alright, so close that. Actually, speaking of lenses, if you guys want another really fun lens, where is that lens I picked up? I've had this one here for a while. I don't use it as much as I used to. I really should though. It's so much fun. It is a 16mm 1.4, and I got this at a. It was one of those like used sale things, and I think I paid like $120 for this. I really want to use this more often. I just don't really have a Sony camera anymore that I use. But I got this like, I don't know how many years ago, but Sigma is also another really good camera lens. Yeah, it's a Sigma 16. I should eventually just sell this thing because like I don't really use it, but it's such a fun lens. Whenever I do use it, I have a lot of fun. Deep field, indeed. Bob, what's up, dude? The board's great, Bob. Can we see the artisan keycap on the desk? This one? Or these? Which one are we talking about? I want a Sigma for my Fuji so bad. I just want to work in Fuji camera again. What Fuji do you use, Kip? The whole tray? Ugh. Dude, my room and dust are just like best friends, dude. Pretty, ain't it? Yeah, they're Pokemon ones. I'm missing a bunch for my collection now. I just, honestly, guys, I stopped buying them at one point. Because I think about it sometimes and I'm like, man, I don't know how much else I can fit on my desk in, like, in collections, but they're so nice. I love them. What do you think about the mounting point directly into the spacebar? I don't think it matters in this case because it's a, it's done in such a manner where you're not really going to feel it. I guarantee you, if you like the Kohaku, because it has the same kind of leaf springs, you're gonna like this. But it definitely will probably open it up a little bit, because even on the Kohaku, I've just left that off. But I think with it on, even like as the designer intended, it's honestly like not a big deal. So. Bob, thank you so much for giving
Bob
me a sub.
_XYZ gifted a tier 1 sub to Halley 4045. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
God, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the 5 tier 1s, dude. Can you tip tap the board for me? Yeah. I'll just unplug it for now so I don't type random things in. Like, if you end up taking out the gasket, you probably will notice it opens up a bit. But I don't think there's a need to. Like I said, it's the same thing with the Kohaku. I've left it out on certain client boards because sometimes I prefer it depending on the switch. But you don't have to in this case here. Normally, if this was a regular kind of like solid non-leaf spring gasket, you would feel it immediately. But this is like soft enough. You can kind of even almost see that it's not going to be super stiff. It's actually just a key cult plate, so if you've ever tried the KC60, it's similar. Yeah. It actually reminds me a lot of the Kohaku. Such a good sound profile. Yeah. Wait, someone asked me a question I had. Oh yeah, the fragment. I haven't used it much just because it's still sitting on my to shoot list for pictures. It is such a good board though. That whole board was just done with so much love. I love that project. Another option for designers is lighten the durometers near the durometer gaskets near the spacebar and firmer around the corners. Yeah, definitely that as well. All right, though, guys. Abe, love the color of the board. It's such a nice color. All right, though, guys. That is pretty much the stream. I'm gonna hop off here and prep some dinner. I'm gonna have an early little dinner here, so I am Scumble. You're actually, I think you're on my ship list for today. I think you're literally the last person I need to ship out. But yeah, I like it a lot. I like this board a lot. I think it turned out real good. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some food to eat. I think I had a small light lunch today, but honestly, today I don't know. I've been moving around a lot. I haven't really sat still other than for streams, so I am hungry. Let's go find someone to raid. I think someone said Bull's live. Oh yeah, Bull's live. Pangea Mini. Damn. Yo, Bull's already done his board. This guy needs to slow down. Making me look bad. Oh, is this cable not plugging in nice? Hello, cable? Hold on. My cable's being weird. Is it my cable or is it my keyboard there? Huh? Cable? Try a different cable. Cable broke? I don't know. My computer's being weird. I don't know what's going on. Did I yoink the cable out by accident? Oh, now it's working. Average Mac experience? Leave me alone, dude. Now it's not working. What is going on? Okay, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna do this. I'll just do it manually. I have a command. Will it type? Yes, types now. Alright, you gotta leave my Mac computer alone, alright? It didn't work again. No, that was me. Never mind. Alright, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna rate Bowl. Tell him hello. Yeah, I think the USB slot glitched or something. You guys have a good one. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. If you guys were interested in this, it's on Novel Keys, or you can join in on the conversation on their Discord. Like I said, if you guys want to take a look at it, I have my full thoughts during the stream, and it's a fun board. I like it. It turned out really good. I think it's something they should be proud of. Looks very, very cute. I love it a lot. Very, very, very cute. All right, though, guys. You guys have a good one. I will talk to you guys later, and goodbye and good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.